Yo, read this X post right here. Frequency precedes ideas. Ideas precede actions. Actions precede manifestations. The most valuable thing you can do is not work harder or think better, but raise your vibrational state, which is the root of every idea and action. Now, I've made a video on where Mr. Will, the Will Carter on X, talks about that the inner game is what you focus on, and then the outer results will follow. The outer environment is a reflection of your inner alignment. The inner game is played out in the external environment. Okay? This is how things are changed. Now, when it comes to this inner game, this concept of this inner game, the frequency precedes ideas. All right? So, what is the state of your being? What have you been doing to raise your frequency? Because I'm telling you, there's things that you can be and do that raise your frequency. It just is for men. It's practicing sacred masculinity, focusing on sacral chakra work. This is things like avoiding, high dopamine content that causes you to have and release your sexual energy. So when we start retaining our life force, aka retaining our seed, and doing these types of things, we are then raising our frequency. When we do things like the dopamine detox or stop frying our dopamine receptors, we are raising our frequency, because then we can start focusing on things that actually matter and actually add to us. And in turn, we feel better, and then our vibration is raised, and then we are just more excited for life, and we have this more vigor for life than just being the shell that is just consuming content. So the frequency precedes ideas. The ideas precede actions. Now, what does that mean? Like, when you start getting back to your actual baseline of who you are, the being that you actually are, without all the stimulation, without the stimuli, without the release of your sexual energy, without frying your brain, frying your eyeballs, putting all the stroma into you, you have these brilliant ideas. You have ideas because you are excited for life. Your frequency is raised. Your vibration is raised, and you just feel this vigor for life, as I mentioned. So you have these better ideas, and then you start doing the actions to then meet those ideas. Then something wonderful happens. When you're raising your frequency, when you're in this high vibrational state, when you are in this high vibrational state where you look at challenges but you can still overcome them, and you can still integrate the challenges. It's not per se about overcoming, but it's to say that you will overcome these challenges. Once you start doing that, manifestation starts to happen. Synchronicity starts to happen. Serendipity starts to happen. But it takes you to set your frequency in the right order. It starts with you preserving your sexual energy. It starts with you not frying your dopamine receptors every single day. It starts with you just breathing, being out in nature, and just coming back to yourself. That's where it starts from. That's how you start to raise your frequency, you start to raise your vibrations, and that's how you ultimately get to the point of the beautiful manifestations and creations that you can bring into your life. Anyways, that was just a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tweet that I wanted to share with you guys.